just how much better are professional sailors than top amateurs? Well, to find out, I've challenged the Team GB representative in the men's skiff class to a series of sailing challenges. We'll be holding station, doing a slalom course, then good old meters lost in tacks and jibes, plus one extra challenge where I think I may have an upper hand. To keep things as fair as possible, we'll both be sailing with the same professional crew. How does an amateur sailor stack up against the pros? Just arriving at the National Sailing Academy, I'm starting to get pretty nervous about this. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited to sail the 49er, excited to sail with a top crew, but I have sailed a bit of 49ers, kind of held on to this dream that, you know, possibly I could have been a professional, and it feels like I'm about to get that dream ruined.
James Peters, Fynn Sterritt, 49er, British sailing team. I think it's going to be close. Hope that James will get it, otherwise I might have to switch helms. I'm pretty nervous. It's a bit of a lose-lose situation. Hopefully I win, and if I don't, then probably out of a job. Well, you know, obviously we all know it's about the crew, so I'm sure I can make it nice and tight.
So the first challenge is just to get changed as quick as possible, and for this, I've come prepared. So that's a win for me at 1 minute 33, but despite my cheating, Finn's managed to beat me, proving crews are always ready. Right, sails up and onto the water, starting slowly by holding station.
Let's have a go at this.
Here, there really is no comparison. I managed a measly 15 seconds. What was the difference there?
I think a lot of it was, I think you were trying to use body weight, trying to use tiller. The 49ers, there's a lot of sail up there, and when you're not moving at all, the rudder isn't really working. So we tend to keep the helm on with the boom. I'm pulling the boom around to tack the boat, and then the rudder just guides the boat to do that. So there's a bit of a difference in technique that I think helped us a bit there.
The slalom course is a series of 4 buoys set 20 metres apart in a line to windward. The aim here is to zigzag through the buoys, upwind and downwind, as fast as possible. It's a real test of boat handling skills in close quarters.
Tough for both of the helms, I think, on that one. It was a very short course, puffing and panting away in the back there. Quite a tricky exercise for the helms, but yeah, the times were close and there was some pretty good manoeuvres, I thought, from you, Tom.
James is about 3 seconds ahead as he reaches the top mark. It's still quite close, but on the last couple of buoys, James starts hitting the trapeze on the exit of the jibes, just putting himself ahead, and the gap extends to about 10 seconds by the finish. And now for the tacking. And if you're a professional skiff sailor, then you can probably see some subtle differences. But to the untrained eye, I think my tacks pass.
Tacks and jibes, how's it going?
Yeah, I think actually incredibly well. Like, I've only wrapped my feet up in the sheets like maybe once, twice. Yeah, it's good actually. Huge, massive platform. So one of the big things is just like letting loose and really pegging it across the boat. Actually quite happy with that. I'm feeling confident now.
How's Finn?
Yeah, I'd give him a solid 7 out of 10. Compared to myself, how's James shaping off on that little tacking and jibing?
I think he's probably let down by me. I'm absolutely knackered. But yeah, no, I think it's safe to say that we've done a little bit more practice together than you and I, Tom. So marginally slicker, I would say.
And James, how would you say those were in terms of all-time 10 out of 10 tacks?
Some of them were getting up to 8s, I think. I was feeling under a lot of pressure before that. It was a lose-lose scenario, and hopefully I think that some of those were okay, so yeah, hopefully all right.
And when we delve into the data, we see that James's tack loss is about 11.4 metres on average, and mine is 12.8. So there's not a huge amount into it. Now some of that could be due to me entering the tacks at a lower speed, therefore I lose less metres in terms of V&G, anyway. But either way, I think this is the element of saying that I'm closest to James in. Nevertheless, it is another win for the professionals. So now onto the jibing, and you'll see James's jibes are way smoother, and I think there's a bit more difference here between professional and amateur. In the jibe, any misstep through the middle and the speed starts to drop off, the apparent wind slows down and the losses accumulate. James's loss for jibe is about 15 metres and mine 30, so over double the distance lost. You'll see my exit angle's a lot more varied as well, and that's when the speed does drop off, you have to point up higher to chase the breeze. The jibes weren't too bad on the whole, but I kind of found like I was pausing on the exit and that just momentary drop in speed accumulates. There's a few entries which were pretty nice, but as I found like I was moving through the boat faster, I was getting errors creeping in and dropping the main sheet in this instance.
Fynn, so you've done your first set of tacks and jibes with Mozzy. How's he getting on?
Yeah, he's doing pretty well, I'd say. He's liking the fact there's a nice big platform with this, so contrast to the 800. Yeah, maybe a few rusty manoeuvres early on, but we've given a few pointers and yeah, pleasantly surprised.
So off the water after a pretty tough session, especially for Fynn, he's just basically done back-to-backs with both of us guys, and you were with both of us, so you got a good perspective on this. Like, how do you feel it went? Do you think there's any moments where you could kind of close your eyes and imagine there was a professional in the back when I was sailing?
No, I think there definitely were those moments, like you say. Took a bit of warming up to it, as to be expected. But yeah, after our second time down the harbour, I thought there were some really nice jibes. And like you say, you know, potentially could have closed your eyes and it could have been James in the back. And then on the tacks, I actually thought like sort of straight away, you know, they felt pretty good.
How do you feel the tacks and jibes went compared to your A game?
I thought, from my perspective, it was pretty good, but it was flat water, like 12 knots of winds, kind of easy to, got to do a bad job for it to be like a really bad tackle jibe. There's one or two jibes we didn't quite get right, little mistakes that when you're racing you do pay for that because it's fine margins in that stuff. But overall it was kind of okay.
Yeah, I think we've kind of proved that there is a decent gap between amateurs and pros. I was quite happy with how I sailed. I was happy that I could get in the boat and do it. And a lot of like what I know transferred pretty quickly. Like it was a bit shaky, but it wasn't terrible, I don't think.
No, not at all. No, it was pretty cool. And yeah, thanks for coming down and joining in.
No, awesome for you guys to have me. And we should also say good luck to these guys in Paris next year, and just got selection to the games. So yeah, when they win a medal, I'll be there claiming to have been part of the build-up. But yeah, best of luck you guys, and thanks for having me today.
It's great. Thanks, Tom.
Cheers, Tom.
Cheers.
I just let go of the tiller. Okay, sorry man.
Oh, I thought we were about to go pinging round.